Yeah, see, I would make banana bread, but the first step is buying bananas.
And then, I mean, honestly, we buy the bananas and then we let them get all like old and like brown.
That's
and
when
then
isn't that when you make banana bread?
Yeah, I know. That's we always have the perfect scenario to do it. We just never do it.
Shame.
Yeah, big lazy over here.
Yeah, I just had to throw out my fucking bagels today. I was pissed.
You know, you always get into the habit of buying bagels.
I fucking love bagels.
It's like every year
I fucking love bagels, dude.
You get into like a 3-week period of like loving and eating bagels every single day, and then the day you stop eating a bagel, you never touch a bagel again for that year.
I had to put a little too much rum in there. Oh boy, strong.
I like to eat like 2 bagels at a time. I do like me. I like that. I gotta have them in a sandwich. You know what I mean?
Dude, I'll randomly get hungry and just be like, I'll make a bagel sandwich, dude. Oh,
yeah, dude.
I fucking I love everything about bagels, dude. Bagels are great.
You ever microwave an egg and put it on there?
You're not supposed to microwave an egg.
I used to do it all the time.
How did it not explode on you?
I've seen a lot of people actually
do it for a minute.
Eggs. Well, what they do is like if you break them open, Adrian, I've seen people do. If you put an egg in for 3 minutes, it comes out apparently perfectly cooked.
We just did it for a minute. Put a lid over it. Put it in a bowl. Mix it all around. Like start.
No, see, we're not mixing it. I'm talking like a sunny side up almost, or like a not sunny side up, like an over medium.
You know what? I was thinking people who do it like just whole ass egg, like just in the microwave. You guys talking like break the egg and
you break the egg, Adrian.
I've actually seen people use an air fryer, but they put the whole egg in. Have you guys seen that?
Started by air fryers.
Well, honestly, it's just like honest thought, hot take. Air fryers are ready, set, go.
I just wanted to put it out there.
I forgot how to hand count.
We go on a 35-minute rant.
It would have been funny if we did it like halfway through the podcast, though, and then
just randomly. Oh shit!
I'd probably actually just take this lamp and then impale myself.
Whoa!
What were you gonna say about air fryers, Chase?
Air fryers, honestly, overrated.
I use mine a lot, but I will say
mine all the time.
I used to use it all the time, and then I realized, honestly, shit's not cooking. Like, for one, it's not cooking like the same quality as an oven. 2, sometimes it takes the same amount of time to cook in the air fryer as it is in the oven.
No, it doesn't.
It
doesn't, and that's because you
Trader
have to
Joe's
preheat an oven.
to you. This is exactly what Trader Joe's does to your brain.
What do you mean?
It turns it into putty.
No, it doesn't.
No,
because the air fryer is amazing.
I was about to agree, but no, because I like Trader Joe's.
Yeah, Trader Joe. Yeah, ooh, 2 against 1 now. Anyways,
I didn't realize I was talking to suburban white boys.
Bro, Trader's. Listen, go to if you can go to the closest Trader Joe's.
I refuse.
All you have to do is get the frozen butter chicken meal. Just have it.
I feel like I'm gonna walk in, my credit score is gonna go up 50 points.
Well, isn't that good?
And then all of a sudden, I'm like, have the sudden urge to wear boat shoes.
You like Aldi's, right?
No.
Aldi's nuts in your mouth.
Right? You like Aldi's, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Trader Joe's is a subsidiary.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Aldi's
I just saw this
is a German
the other day.
brand.
Yes. And they own.
I don't know any
Trader Joe's.
Germans named Joe. Yeah, back off me.
You haven't heard of Joe? It was a bad joke.
Whoa! Now you're bringing up fucking dude.
See, this Trader
on
Joe's
that
people
fucking note.
Yeah, these are Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's.
That goes hand in hand. Trader Joe's and
no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
On that note. Hello, everyone.
Give it some time, Adrian. You keep going to Trader Joe's, you're gonna end up like this.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Something Original podcast. My name is Adrian, and joined in our virtual studio today is our other host,
Chase.
And Gannon.
I see you're playing Joe. Hot potato. Where is he? I see you're playing hot potato or musical chairs. That's probably a better saying. I see you're playing musical chairs with your seating arrangements now, Adrian.
Yeah, I was lazy today. I just didn't want to turn my love seat around. It's behind me. It's right there.
You didn't even notice that I'm not even facing the same wall.
Well, I did notice
your location changes.
You've done it before
all the time.
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
Honestly, it's like it depends on like if Macy's on her TV. So she doesn't want to be in the background the whole time just jamming out.
Why would she sit on the TV?
Yeah, that's weird, dude.
It's a lot more comfortable to sit there. Try it out, Adrian, instead of having
just watch
three
TV
chairs
like
in the same
this.
room. What do you have a love chair and a love seat, whatever. And you have an office chair right in front of the love seat.
Speaking of trying things out.
What do you mean?
You ever heard feng shui?
Well, I mean, my computer's right
here. It's the motion of your room. It's the energy of your room and the way it flows through. The feng shui in that room.
How about you take the motion and energy of my nuts? How about that?
Well, if it's the same as your room, pretty weak sauce. Probably going to swat it like a fly.
Speaking of trying new things, Gannon, Trader Joe's.
Tony, dude, it's not like
it's not
posh. It's not like a fucking Whole Foods or some shit. It's not like a bunch of fucking vegans walking around like I gotta make my avocado toast. Like it's just like a little normal ass store.
And they wear Hawaiian shirts. The managers do.
Is that a
Nobody cares
point?
about the manager. Nobody cares about the shut up.
Is that supposed to be a selfie
I almost
point?
sold him, Chase.
It's cool.
I almost sold him on it.
Yeah, Hawaiian shirts are so cool. They're cool like the Nazi conversation you were having.
We were having.
I said you.
You said we. We'll go back. We'll review the tape.
Reverse.
He's just gonna edit out.
Yeah. I am gonna.
I'm gonna incident all over again.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
He leaves in artful comments, but we will never forget Wingstop.
Oh, I've saved you guys' lives so many times. You guys aren't even aware. I swear there's like twice every episode somebody says something that's like, that should not go on the internet. And so
Is it me? It's me.
It's all of us. The Wingstop thing,
Every time we bring up the Wingstop thing, I get a fucking craving for Wingstop. Like, every time we make the jokes about the incident, but I haven't had Wingstop in years. Like, I haven't had Wingstop in years. I don't think.
They should have Chase do marketing.
Years? I think it's been a few years. They should have Chase do
marketing.
marketing.
About Wingstops in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there's like a bunch of Wingstop. I love Wingstop.
Well, honestly, I remember the one close to base, or that was closest to base. But I don't think I've been to any other ones.
Mm.
It's like, for me, it's I get the boneless parm wings. Those are good. Extra ranch. And it's just like when I get like halfway through it, I'm like, it is just swimming in grease, and it honestly like pulls up in my stomach, and I'm just like, I feel nauseous now eating this.
It is a little greasy, yeah.
Oh my god.
It also depends on the type of sauce you get. Some like the garlic parmesan, that's a lot more like greasy.
It's a lot more
than
heavier,
Well, I'm one of those guys dropping 20 over a Jack in the Box at 3 in the morning. I don't care.
Ooh.
Del Taco.
I miss Jack in the Box. That's one I definitely miss.
I love Jack in the Box. It's so close to us.
Someone was saying that there was one down in southern Ohio, but I haven't ventured down there. Someone was saying that just last week.
Yeah.
And I do miss Del Taco. I think it's like the number 8. It's like the double beef burrito.
I haven't had Del Taco in like a year or two, actually. Actually, it's been over 2 years.
And this is what I love about them. It's not like Taco Bell where they're like, you want a side item? Here's some chips. They're like, we got fries for you, dog.
Mm-hmm. They're fries?
Yeah, dude.
I was going to say that about Wingstop, too. Wingstop fries?
Oh, my goodness.
They don't even have
chef's kiss.
Oh, sorry.
No, sorry.
No, go ahead, Chase.
I feel like I'm always like jumping in at the right time, and then it's.
No, you're good.
No, what are you gonna say that you hate Del Taco because you eat? And you realize how greasy it is.
Have you had Del Taco, Chase?
Yes. I was gonna say we have it every time we like have a long night out, like drinking the day before or whatever. We always get like 50 breakfast burritos, like the little ones, like they're like $1.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Mm-hmm. But what I was gonna say is like I like Del Taco because they don't only serve tacos; they sell like burgers and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal.
They know what they're doing.
Oh yeah, for sure. And they're open late. Fucking everything in Colorado, everything in Denver closes so early for some reason. I'm like,
that's Ohio now.
Is it geriatric here? Like Jesus Christ! Like,
what time does everything close there?
I want to say like 12. Like a hard stop at 12. Yeah.
What? Yeah, a lot of things out here at 12. There's one faithful Taco Bell. I know where it's at over by the Walmart. Open until 3 a.m.
Yeah. There's some spots that are open. Like you can get away with some spots being open until like not 1, but it's like once you hit 1, you're out of luck.
Yeah, you know it's kind of the same. Thinking about it because I was thinking just strictly like bars and stuff because I know bars out here don't close until 2. I still think that's kind of early, but then again that's also not early at all. But there's some like the KFC that's closest to us because I love their chicken wraps. I don't know if you guys have had those. The coleslaw one and the mac and cheese one. So good. But it usually closes at like 10. Like it's usually closed by like 10 or 11, which is annoying. But a lot of places do close like 12 out here. Taco Bell I think is like open late, I think.
Remember that pizza spot downtown, dude? Where they're open like all 24 hours?
Oh, Gaslamp Pizza?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, their shit is greasy.
If you go after hours, if you go after the bars, everyone and their brother goes into that pizza spot. Mm-hmm. The place is flooded out.
You'll know a pizza spot is good if the guys at the counter in the back making the pizza, everybody is just a little bit of a fucking dick. When there's just a little bit of just like you walk in, you've got the energy of like they don't give a shit about me, they just want me to buy the pizza and walk out. That's how you know the pizza's good. Because those guys back there, they're kind of cool. But they just seem like dicks. I've never seen them smile, but the pizza's so fucking good.
Imagine working all night at a pizza spot.
They get like 20 calls like at 12 in the morning, and it's just
they're like it's like a legit, like, I don't want to say hole in the wall because it's not in the middle. It's like on Gaslamp, like it's on the strip where like all the bars, all these restaurants are and stuff. So there's always people walking past, always people going by, but it's like size wise of the pizzeria, I guess you can call it. It's literally like hole in the wall size, like probably about 15, 20 feet from like wall to wall on like the sides. It's really small, super good pizza.
They just leased an office space, seems like.
It's kind of like a little office space, honestly.
It really is. The lighting in it says office.
And it's 7-Eleven that was right next to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to
you know
7-Eleven.
What, especially out there, dude? L&L.
Oh, I've told you how there's one connected to my apartment building.
I hate you.
I can order DoorDash and walk over and grab it.
Yeah.
When my sister comes over, her and her boyfriend, they'll be like, "Hey, let's grab L&L before we head home." They'll get me a spam musubi real quick. Fuck.
Guys, we're only 15 minutes in and I'm already hungry, so we gotta stop.
Dude. Chase, why don't you go out to San Diego?
I know food here is...
Get L&L, dude. It's like, as you can probably tell, it's like Hawaiian. And it is perfect. I forgot I always get this giant, like, chicken, like a giant amount of chicken. It comes with a little cup of sauce, right? Then their macaroni salad. They don't play. I know Chase is a Midwestern man. Likes that macaroni salad.
Oh yeah.
I'll give you a tip, Chase.
Wasn't a big fan of macaroni salad growing up, but once I grew up, macaroni salad hits.
That's so good.
I will always fuck with a good Vaughn's out here. I don't know if you guys have Vaughn's where you're at.
Isn't it like essentially Kroger?
Yeah, I think Kroger owns it.
I think Kroger and Vaughn's just like, you know.
No.
Yeah, I think Kroger
owns King Soopers
Vaughn's.
and
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, they have their deli area that has like all the like the food stuff you can get. Their mac salad, their mac and cheese, their regular salad, their chicken Caesar salad, all that's so good. But
you know,
what was I gonna say? Oh, Chase, I'm gonna give you a tip for like Cali food.
Okay.
If you go to a taco shop, because you have to go to a taco shop out here, and there's too many white people with loose-fitting jean shorts that go to right above their knees and Birkenstocks, you're in the wrong place. You need to find you a taco shop where the people barely speak English behind the counter.
Tacos El Gordo.
I like to go to this place, Santan. I like it. It's good, but it's just it's one of those places that it's like too many people go on a daily basis. I don't want to wait forever to get my food.
Why don't you just come? If I'm going to be in California, why am I searching high and low for, this?
Okay, what if a meteor, an asteroid hits me right now? What are you gonna do?
Oh my gosh!
It's
like
I'm most likely not gonna come out to California and try and go find a taco shop. I'm gonna be like, holy shit, this is so good for content.
When you find, I feel so valued.
Not me, Adrian. I'd be out of commission.
Am I one of your elite employees?
You are now one of my elite employees.
You have now been promoted.
Is that satire?
Yeah, it's a joke.
You are now one of my elite employees.
Because I see the video and I'm like, because I know people that are that weird, and I'm like,
no, I watched the whole video. I had looked it up because I was like, is this real or not? Because I had that question at first, but like part of the skit, like somebody's like sweeping up like something and like the boss CEO like comes over and it's just like, no, you got to pick them up one at a time. Like it's an obvious satire.
Her other videos too are like all jokes. Also,
I have actually recently seen with their content that people legit make up like an entire world of like fake stories based around the skits she makes. Like somebody like was in a live with her and they were like, wait, what? And they turned the camera to the TV and it was an entire fake news segment that they made of like the boss CEO having an arrest warrant out for them for beating someone to death with a smartphone. I was like, what is this? What are we doing?
AI.
You guys watching Madam Web?
No.
I know people. Go ahead.
I'm never one for reviews, like trusting reviews, but I've heard that movie is straight trash.
I've heard it's so bad.
Well, I heard they like
are even optimistic. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I heard they like had to. I forget what the term is called, but they had to like go back in and like dub over lines.
Mm-hmm.
And it just doesn't match up, and they're just like,
apparently,
this was just so poorly done.
That's the legit opening scene has that directly in it. Like the dude's, I think he stops talking, or his mouth is still moving, but there's no audio for a second. Like he stops talking, but his mouth is still moving. And it's just so bad. Like,
I mean,
and I know people
like,
say,
"Oh, go ahead."
I know people say like it's so bad you have to go watch to laugh at it. Like if it's that bad, I don't even. I just don't.
The way I see it, then you're fun.
I still haven't seen Morbius. Like I haven't even.
No, I mean honestly, if you're gonna go see a movie, I want to pay money to see a movie that I'm actually looking forward to. I'll hate watch something if it comes out on like, Hulu or whatever.
Yeah. I'll sacrifice my like little phone game time to stream Madam Web and laugh at the stupidity, but I'm not gonna pay money to go sit in uncomfortable chairs with overpriced drinks and food just to be like, this movie sucks. Like I've heard.
Yeah. What were you saying? Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like these people, it's like ironic because everyone's like, well, I'm not going to listen to the reviews.
Should have listened to reviews.
You should listen
consecutively.
to the reviews.
But then at the same time, people are starting to fund this, and that's what's worrying me. Is like, if Marvel thinks they can get away with hot garbage, that's what they're going to keep producing.
Well, it's Sony, not Marvel.
Yeah, it was Sony.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I did hear about that.
And actually, I don't know how many of the writers. I heard like it was a couple or a few of the writers were the same people who did Morbius.
They went through their whole like all their movies that they worked on. It was like every single bad movie that came out in that year. It was like Gods of Egypt, Morbius, fucking just
was
every
Gods
single.
of Egypt the one with what's his face? Mr. Robot dude. The show Mr. Robot.
I don't know.
He was also in the. He played Freddie Mercury in the movie about him. What's his name?
Yeah. He reminds me of the guy that plays
Rami Malek.
Yes, Rami Malek.
Wasn't he in Gods of Egypt too? I heard that one was actually not that bad.
Well, I heard it may have just bombed in the box office. Maybe people like it. You know, it's like a cult favorite or whatever. But I heard it just didn't perform well.
You know what they could do? And honestly, whoever would do that would absolutely own. It's like if they fully had a movie company take these mythological, what's the word I'm looking for? Stories, or there's another word I was looking for, but
tales, folk tales, or whatever.
Yeah, and if they would just take like each of those, like, you know what I mean, kind of like how they're doing with God of War, but like do more like Anubis, right? You think of Anubis, the god of like the afterlife. Like and there's so many stories that go with each one of these. Like if they would just focus on like a saga, I would watch that. I would watch that every day of the week.
Isn't that just like mummy movies though?
No, I'm not. See, not doing mummies. I'm talking like back when.
But didn't they like reference some of the like Egyptian gods and stuff?
Well,
like
I mean,
that?
Yeah, but he's talking about like a movie centered around Anubis.
Well, isn't that Gods of Egypt then? I'd never watched it.
I didn't watch it.
No. It sounds like it would be. They would be like putting a lot of those gods in there.
I feel like
Gods of Egypt.
He played King Tut in that movie. Actually, I think it was more about like
I like the actor. I don't remember him being like
Wasn't Tutankhamun like messed up? Didn't he have like a bunch of diseases?
Who?
Tutankhamun, King Tut.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought King Tut had like a bad spine. Am I right, Adrian? Hey, Riley, can you check that for me?
Check what?
Riley, can you see like King Tut, like the things that? Just look up like King Tut.
What was wrong with King Tut?
Tutankhamun.
What was that one like English lord that he was just like a product of like decades of incest, and he was just born with like every known deformity, and his like painting of him from back in the day is just all messed up and disformed. I forget his name.
Oh, Picasso.
Right, so I'm on the Wikipedia.
It's called abstract case.
What would you want to know?
But just like his
diseases.
Does he have diseases like this? Like
disabilities.
Let's go to death column. There are no surviving records of the circumstances of King Tut's death. It has been the subject of considerable debate in major studies. Murder by a blow to the head was theorized as a result of the 1968 X-ray, which showed 2 bone fragments inside the skull. This theory was disproved by further analysis of the X-rays and CT scan. Okay, does it say anything about his?
Because there was one Egyptian king.
Health issues. Here it is.
Boom.
Dude was messed up, I think. If this is the same guy I'm thinking of, dude was messed up.
The most recent study suggests King Tut had bone necrosis and a possible clubfoot, which may have rendered him dependent on assistive canes. This theory is disputed. Blah, 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 blah.
Not as bad as I thought.
He also had other health issues, including scoliosis, and had contracted several strains of malaria.
Damn.
Didn't even know that existed. I didn't think there was more than one strain.
Dude was messed up. Okay.
He likely died of complications from a broken leg, possibly compounded by malaria.
And bone necrosis, right?
That sucks. Yeah.
Damn,
is that
he was only
like
5'6".
where the marrow?
Bone marrow.
Yeah. Is that
like
where it just dies eventually? Because I'm looking at the prefix of necrosis, and that'd be death. Necro.
Apparently,
necromancy.
His teeth were in excellent condition. Apparently.
Let's go. Hey, Adrian, 5'6", good teeth.
Yeah, he's 5'6".
Let's go.
Good teeth. I don't have good
Get
teeth.
you a clubfoot, dude. You be king.
I don't. I don't have good teeth. I don't have good teeth. I don't have good teeth at all. Like if I smile, people will be like, "Oh, your teeth aren't that bad." But if you look closely, like my bottom front teeth have all gotten crooked again. My top, like middle teeth have all gotten kind of crooked again. Like I didn't wear my retainer after I got braces. So
no one takes a 26-year-old seriously when he's got buck teeth. See, at least they're lined up, dude.
I do have kind of buck teeth.
No, you don't.
Yeah, my front teeth are a little bigger.
Barely.
Yeah, you just got like you're fine.
My bottom row's so chipped that it goes like this. It's like.
That's one thing I've never had, like a chipped tooth or anything.
Of all things.
My mouth was messed up back in the day, but my parents got me braces. I had them bitches in high school.
Never had braces.
You thinking of getting Invisalign?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No,
back to King
never
Tut.
Too late.
Back to King Tut. It is theorized that he had gynecomastia, which is an abnormal non-cancerous enlargement of one or both breasts in males due to the growth of breast tissue as a result of Badussi. Marfan syndrome, Wilson-Turner X-linked intellectual disability syndrome, Frolic syndrome, which is called adiposo genital dystrophy.
Just out in a meadow, just frolicking.
I'm
telling you, King Tut was like, the only reason he was even Pharaoh was because his father was Pharaoh. That is,
but like he's one of the most like known Egyptian kings, though.
Yeah. No, I wasn't done. There's more health issues.
He's up there like Cleopatra, dude. You think of Egypt, you think of King Tut, Cleopatra. That's
Isn't there like a weird time frame for Cleopatra? Like Cleopatra was like around closer together than to the civil rights movement than she was to like the pyramids being built or some shit.
Who?
Cleopatra. It's like one of those weird time frames. Like Cleopatra was born the same year MLK was born or some shit. It's something to do with that, I think.
There's a theory that
I think you're thinking of
in Egypt.
I think you're thinking of Anne Frank or something like that. I think it was Anne Frank and Martin Luther King Jr. were born in the same year.
Yeah, but there's also something to do with Cleopatra. I know there's something to do with her. She's brought up so much.
Let's see, Cleopatra.
It's like a time. It's like she was closer together.
She was born January 69th BC.
Oh shit.
A little bit before the civil rights movement.
Yeah, well, I think it's still the time frame. It's she was being compared to farther away from her birth than the building of the pyramids, and she was more closer together with something present day that we would be holy fuck, there's no way.
Yeah, no. Back to King Tut.
Somebody help me out. Somebody help me out.
Back to King Tut. He also had, they theorized he had Klinefelter syndrome, which is just having an extra or additional copy of the X chromosome. Androgen insensitivity syndrome, aromatase excess syndrome in conjunction with sagittal craniosynostosis syndrome, Antley-Bixler syndrome, or one of its variants.
What age
There's
did
also
he
been
die?
suggested that he
he's not making it past 12, dude. He's not making it past 12.
They said he also had temporal lobe epilepsy. Jesus fucking Christ, this dude was fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
He died aged 18 and 19.
Yes, dude, I knew it. I said he's not making 21.
Yeah.
You can't make it past 20 with all that
Bro,
shit.
he was screwed from the start, dude. He came out the gate like, dude.
That's legit got to be a result of like
incest
your great grandparents started a just chain of fucking each other, like siblings, just constant siblings having kids.
Some Game of Thrones shit.
Yeah,
that was not pure.
But worse.
He was purely disabled to the core.
Purebred, some would say.
You guys remember this animated show growing up? And it was mummies, and they each had like
Scooby-Doo.
Like four or five of them, and they had like superpowers.
Scooby-Doo. No,
not Scooby-Doo. I'm gonna think of it. In the comments, guys, if you got that, it says Mummy Show, dude. Maybe like 2000s. I remember I used to love that show. And they each had like names. Like I think there was one that was like Cleopatra. There were like 4 or 5 of them. It was kind of reminded me. It had the same vibe to me as Gargoyles. You guys ever watch Gargoyles growing up?
A little bit.
Captain Planet.
Are you talking about Mummies Alive?
Can I see a picture of that?
Let me look this up and pull it up.
They had superpowers. They look like they have superpowers. Like, there was like one that was like a brute, and one that was like the leader. Then there's like I think there was like a because one of them I think was King Tut, and he was like the young guy, obviously.
The young guy.
Like that? Can you see it?
Can you pull up the images? Like
can you control plus the screen?
Oh, bro. Yes.
Is this what you were talking about?
Hit the top row, second to right. Can we zoom up into that one? Oh, yeah, dude. Yep. Dude. That was...
I don't remember.
I both have never
like
seen
Gundam,
this, but looking
like.
at it, why does something look familiar about it? Is this like
Captain
Egyptian
Planet
Power
vibes.
Rangers?
In a way, yeah, dude. Animated, it was super sweet.
Egyptian Power Rangers. That's kind of cool.
Just aren't what they used to be, dude. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, well...
Ever since Teen Titans went off the air, it's
Yeah.
just been a
Downhill.
slow downhill.
Well, I feel like we can blame like late stage capitalism, I think, because we were also having conversation, me and Shiloh, about how there's no more shitty teen movies anymore, which is like
it's just hard to do a different shitty teen movie. I just feel like it's hard
because
to
every single shitty teen movie was like the same, you know.
Yeah. It's hard to be different.
But it's like it's all low budget shit that they would have to throw into it. But it's like and it's you can compare it to like the housing crisis right now. Sorry, nightmare. People don't want to build houses that are like affordable because it doesn't like make a profit. People want these big budget movies that know they're gonna make a profit. Same with cartoons. I think they want big budget cartoons that they know is gonna make a profit. Instead of like just throwing some money at like a little scrappy art project and just putting out something that is cool and we can find some enjoyment in.
I miss good weed movies. Super Bad. All Express. You know what I mean?
How High?
Pinnacle. These are pinnacle movies. These are peak movies.
Jay and Silent Bob?
Yeah.
Classic.
Dude.
That's my favorite movie.
Dude, where's
Jay
my
and Silent
car?
Bob Strike Back. Dude, Where's My Car?
Bro.
Was
Everything
Bill and Ted a stoner movie, or was that just...
Bill and Ted, yeah. I would consider it because it's just off the wall.
Harold and Kumar?
Go to White Castle.
Harold and Kumar.
Yeah, dude. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Everything sucks now.
But it was stoners who were making it now, and all the stoners nowadays are just doing ketamine. You can't make a good ketamine movie.
What? Who's doing ketamine?
Well, I mean,
you could make a good ketamine
Bill
movie.
Hader?
Let us
Is
know.
Bill Hader out here doing ketamine? I don't think Bill Hader's doing ketamine.
No, I mean, it's like Seth Rogen,
Forte.
but Seth Rogen is now like He's not doing ketamine. He's still doing the weed stuff.
He makes pottery.
But he's like, if he's doing anything, he's making like these big budget like comedy dramas.
Well, we need him. We need him to still keep making Invincible and The Boys. We need him to still be on those projects. So I guess actually, there are still great. They're still peak out there. The Boys and Invincible are peak, and he's highly involved with both those projects.
You know what I blame? You know what I blame for us not having good cartoons? I'll blame the entire 2000s to 2010 of cartoons is the reason we don't have good cartoons anymore.
Whoa.
You cannot top Ed, and Eddie. You cannot top Codename Kids Next Door. You can't top Teen Titans. You can't top Batman Beyond. There were so many good cartoons.
Honestly, I was flipping through
up from there.
I was flipping through the channels and I got to like Cartoon Network and stuff, and they were playing like Gumball and like Adventure Time, or maybe not Adventure Time, but like what's that other one? Steven Universe.
Those were all late stage.
They were late stage.
I see those as late stage attempts at getting cartoons in general
but
to go back.
But they still have a following,
They do have a following, but it's just not the same because.
But that's the thing. They're not coming out with new stuff anymore. They're not coming out with like new cartoons. They're doing reruns of like the newer stuff.
Because you can't top the old stuff. You have to keep playing the old stuff because. Take any kid right now.
Cartoon Network's not even a thing now, guys.
Huh?
Didn't Cartoon Network pass away like
it's
last
still
year?
A thing.
No, it's still a thing.
I think they did like layoffs and stuff, and they gutted
Warner
a bunch
Brothers.
Of, like,
what was it? I remember
Warner
like,
Brothers
huge
owns
thing.
them.
I know, but I thought there was this huge thing about Cartoon Network not being a thing anymore.
Yeah.
I remember them
the
talking
only
about
thing I saw about that was a bunch of fake Temu videos on TikTok where it's like, Cartoon Network is going away. Type this code into Temu and you get a free gift from us.
You know what?
Right. How does this correlate?
As a guy that's bought from both Temu and TikTok started talking about all this stuff about Temu. This is a theory I have, right? TikTok. If you look at Temu and you look at TikTok, bar for bar, the same.
I think they're all run by the same company.
Yeah,
What's the company that owns TikTok? It's
I think it's still ByteDance.
They were doing Temu commercials for the Super Bowl.
I think ByteDance's own like a stake at least, and what's it called?
I remember TikTok was like, "Don't do Temu. Nobody do Temu." And then now every time I get on TikTok now, it's like, "Look at my TikTok shop. I got this."
Well, it's probably. I mean, you're getting videos from every sort of like direction, so it's probably people that are like, "Don't use Temu," but then there's another video of people who like are sponsored by a subsidiary of Temu who are like, oh, use this TikTok shop, and it all feeds into the same pool,
It's like bar for bar.
You see,
when I first looked at TikTok shop, I was like, I got curious one day. I was like, I'm gonna check it out. Oh, then I'm like, this is literally Temu, just not orange.
Honestly, the orange throws me off.
Yeah. Yeah. No, see, the thing is, like, how you're saying, like, TikTok, like, complained about, like, Temu's, just everything about Temu, but then TikTok Shop is almost the same thing. That's really just almost any company. They will literally accuse the competition, like any social media, like you've seen with Meta accusing TikTok of shit. TikTok accuses Meta, Twitter accuses Meta, Meta accuses Twitter. Like, it's always this accusation of you're doing this, and then they immediately do the thing. They just call someone out.
They're all the same stuff.
It's always the same thing.
They all are
same song and dance,
or share a stake in everything, and it's
But there's a commercial. You guys remember that during the Super Bowl for Temu?
I actually didn't watch.
I was like, no way they're commercializing this.
I didn't watch the Super Bowl until like the very end.
Yeah, because
you didn't miss anything.
No,
that was one of the most.
I had it on in the background.
I know it went to overtime, and I got into an argument with my buddies about this at the barbershop. But I'm like, that was one of the slowest, most boring Super Bowls ever.
It was It was a more defensive until.
It was so slow.
And I know the halftime
halftime show.
It did suck.
It sucked.
I'm glad
we had Peak with The Weeknd, and now we get Usher.
Well,
he didn't play Daddy's Home. He didn't play Daddy's Home. He didn't bring out Gojo.
Are you kidding me?
I'm so upset.
The best part of that whole show was Lil Jon. Yeah.
No. First off, I'm not saying it was the best ever, but I thought it was a pretty good halftime show.
You can't top Dr. Dre
but also,
Kendrick.
I love Usher's music.
Why is he wearing... Yeah, that's true. Why is he wearing bedazzled tactical gear?
Because when has Usher not been
it's literally like
with his shit? That's just that's on brand for Usher being Usher.
He said,
Watch this.
He said, I'm going to get done with the Super Bowl. I'm about to go do some motocross. That's what that fit said.
Didn't he, like, get married, like, a day after the Super Bowl or something? Or he, like, proposed to his girlfriend?
Alicia Keys?
Usher.
Who?
Something happened with Usher.
He did the Super Bowl.
I know he was at the Super Bowl, but something happened the day after. It was, like, a big thing. He, like... got married or some shit.
Highlights of the Super Bowl.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't hear anything about that chase. I'm pretty sure Usher's already been... No,
I mean, this is sad, but his kid died. I remember that. Got hit in the head with a water jet ski. Yeah, sad.
We'll
cut that. We don't have to, I just wanted to bring it up.
Way to take the
anyways, guys.
Rich people problems, am I right?
Speaking of jet skis, have you guys ever seen videos of DJ Khaled on jet skis? It's always fucking hilarious.
Bring out the whole ocean.
Wait, are we cutting the thing, or are we gonna...
We're keeping it. I don't give a shit.
Rich people problems.
Have you seen? Did you guys see the one like series of Snapchat stories DJ Khaled had on his like a Snapchat thing where he got lost on a jet ski and like at night, like it was just dark?
No,
that dude's a whole fucking like. If you just watch videos of DJ Khaled, he just doesn't seem like he should be real.
I got some beef with DJ Khaled, but I'm not gonna talk about it on here.
Why's that?
Because it's some nightmare stuff.
Another one.
Bring out the whole ocean.
So what's this draft we were talking about, Adrian?
What is this draft?
I mean, it's up to you guys if you guys want to do it. I was thinking, this was just me having a fat ass moment the other day. I was eating my chips and I was
like the skinniest guy I know. One of them. I know a couple.
I was having a fat ass stoner moment, and I was just munching on a family size bag of chips, and I was like, "What? Like, is there anything better than these chips?" And I was trying to think about like what chips were better, and I was like, "This is something we could talk about on the podcast." I was high, so you know.
I'm down because But the thing is, my choice. You probably won't know, Adrian.
I'll pull up Chip. I'll pull up
them up.
Pictures or whatever. Get a general idea.
Because they're only in Ohio. So let's do this draft.
Yeah, I mean,
and then
whoever wants to start can start. We're doing not just chip brand. Don't just fucking say Doritos. Give me brand and flavor.
Yeah,
I got you. And I can go first.
Go ahead.
Didn't you go first in the last one?
Did I?
I think so.
I thought I went.
No, you went first in the review. Never mind. Okay, go ahead.
Mike Sells. Good and hot. Favorite chips of all time. And
who makes it?
Mike Sell.
Mike Sell?
Yeah. I got the picture pulled up right here.
Have you ever been to a Marion's Pizza?
Yeah. I feel like I gotta look. Oh yeah, I remember these. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
They look
because I do fuck with
crunchy
some hot chips.
Adrian, if you can order these off of something,
this thing I have pulled up is literally Amazon. I can get these off Amazon.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, try them. You will love them. You will absolutely love them. They're so good. I would be over in San Diego craving these chips.
Can I go second?
And it's like it's a generalized pick, so I already know I'm going to lose. But that's my personal favorite, and I will stick by it.
I mean, it'll be up to the comments.
Yeah, I'll get them and I'll try them because I fuck with a good hot chip.
Dude,
fuck with a good hot chip.
It's in the name. Good and hot. They're so good. They're just like mild. They're like not mild. They're they got some kick to them, but like the flavoring is like not overbearing. It's like, hey, how you doing?
It's like a wake up. It's like, ooh,
yeah,
I didn't know you were still here.
Yeah, it's like I'm here still. Hey,
ooh, that rum's strong.
All right, how many are we doing?
I don't know, 4 or 5.
Jeez,
let's do
a number.
Let's do 3, and then
3, and then we'll see where we go from there. I like that. We'll do that. That sounds like a plan. Go ahead, Chase.
Well, now I need to think about the sharpshooters now. Okay, I'm gonna go with overall fave, the Pringles sour cream and onion.
Ooh, that's pretty classic.
I can't argue that because I love Pringles.
Sour cream and onions, probably the best chip flavor ever, but the Pringles probably have the best.
And I love Pringles because you can determine where the. With me, honestly, one reason I don't eat like Doritos, Cheetos, or any of those, I don't like the powder. I don't like getting powder on.
Yeah.
But with Pringle, you can determine where the powder is going to be going. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you got one. It's not like you're going to be putting your hand in a bag and it's like, oh, now I got it all over my freaking hands. I used to start doing like these people do with, where like, you see people eat chips. Like, Pedro Pascal eats Cheetos with chopsticks. That's just me. I don't like getting powder on my fingers. I don't like getting.
It is annoying.
I feel that.
I don't know if we'll count these, but the Dots. Have you guys ever had Dots pretzels?
Yes, dude.
Yeah, those are so powdery, and I'm just like, God, they are just all over my fingers.
Are those the flat pretzel ones?
No, they're
like a twisty.
they're a twisty, like stick.
Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, those are. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, those are kind of powdered. Yeah. Okay. I will go. The Kettle brand air fried salt and vinegar chips.
I hate salt and vinegar.
Wait.
Honestly, you lose points automatically.
What? Salt and vinegar is...
I hate the smell. Oh my god. Honestly, I think it's more like a PTSD, because like my younger brother was obsessed with salt and vinegar chips.
Rightfully so.
But he would also at the same time put vinegar on everything, like fries, which I mean in itself is good, but then like there were some points where you would smell it every single day and you'd just be like, I will never eat another salt and vinegar chip ever again.
Imagine. See, and that's the thing. I hate things that are too like vinegary tasting. But like salt and vinnies, it's just like that perfect blend of vinegar, salt, and the potato. You get the Kettle brand, either kettle cooked or like the air fried kettle cooked. The crunch, ooh.
I won't argue. I know it's a fan favorite, but I also am aware that I despise anything salt and vinegar. So,
dude, I'm gonna actually try to make my own dip.
I've thought about that. I've really thought about that.
It doesn't actually seem that hard now to think about it with an air fryer.
We have one of those slicer things that you could just slide the potato.
I thought you guys were thinking of selling these chips.
Oh no,
like,
dude!
No, that's like a whole
making
thing.
Our own. Like
why would I join the? Why would it be a cog within this?
Like homemade Cheez-Its
with them when I can have them for myself.
I've always wanted to do homemade Cheez-Its too. But yeah,
they're pretty good. Like, what are you gonna make them out of?
You use I forget what kind of cheese it was. You can do like different cheeses. I would do like a pepper jack cheese because it's literally just like dehydrated cheese.
I want to make jalapeno
like salt
poppers
wrapped in bacon.
Oh,
here we go with food again. But yeah, let me get
dude,
to my second one before we start
this?
wasting time. Before we start wasting time, like second, I'm gonna go to Pringles. The Pringles Scorchin' Hot Extreme Buffalo, because they have that perfect amount of like, damn, this is spicy, but like you just can't stop. I'm reaching in, I'm pulling 4 out. I'm
the Dorito one, right?
Pringles.
Oh, okay, never mind. Cool.
I'm taking 2 of your guys's.
Wait, is it?
Oh,
is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn, Chase.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hold on again.
wait, really?
The horses. Yeah, you
I
went
said
first.
1, and then Chase said 1.
And then Chase went, and then I did 2. Chase does 1, then you do 2.
And then we go
Chase does
backwards.
1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. What are you, new to this?
Yeah. This is like our 9th, 10th. I don't even know how many drafts we've done.
We've done quite a few.
We have done quite a few. I had another one.
I actually got to think about my third because I didn't think about this.
Yeah. Honestly, gonna go pretty. Oh no! I got it. Cool Ranch Doritos.
Pretty solid.
Second pick. I don't think you guys are gonna get my third, but we'll see. Now again, you pick 2.
Mhm.
These are your last 2, actually.
Yeah.
The Snyder's. It's like the pretzel nub. You know what I'm talking about? Like they're like a buffalo flavored.
The little like they're like kind of like they look like pretzel.
It's like you take like a giant, like a full size pretzel. Like they break them up and they flavor them like in a bag.
Yeah, it's like little
Kinda
like little like pretzel
combos.
nugs, right?
Yeah,
like little
dude,
pretzel
like
nugs.
pretzel nugs.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And it's hard for me to pick between the honey mustard and the buffalo, but I'm gonna probably go with buffalo to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Final choice.
Buffalo.
Also
I do
taking,
fuck.
because I took Chase's pretzel. I was like, that takes me back. Now I'm gonna go with Adrian's kettle cooked, and I'm gonna go jalapeno.
Yeah, that's
Kettle
when it
cooked
comes to the kettle
jalapeno?
brand. When it comes to the kettle brand, it's salt and vinny, jalapeno. That's all I'll eat.
Yeah,
And
dude.
the sea salt and cracked pepper. For some reason,
Sea
that
salt
one's
cracked
better.
pepper, at this point, I'm like, I don't want too much flavor happening with my
Yeah.
Subway.
Yeah. But yeah. I just thought about this. You know how you're talking about the Snyder pretzel things? Imagine that they did like a mix of like honey mustard and buffalo, the same bag.
God.
All right, Chase, go. 'Cause I'm fucking.
We would lose our
myself
minds.
hungry.
I have 3 options. I'm gonna throw out all the ones honorable mentions. You guys can take them if you want. The Ruffles cheddar.
Ruffles cheddar, classic.
The solid.
Cheddar is good. Cheddar and sour cream is better.
I haven't had that one. I've just had the
That
cheddar.
one's good.
I was
I thought
also
sour cream
Flaming
and cheddar was
hot.
like standard. Am I tripping?
I thought I've only.
No,
I don't know.
I think that's like Pringles did that a lot. Sour cream and onion, and also cheddar and
Oh,
sour
okay.
cream. But Ruffles, they start. I don't know how long ago they did it, but I know they did
I
also
thought
a
I've only
flaming
seen
hot cheddar and sour cream, which is really good too.
Also, another honorable mention. I was gonna say the pretzel chips, just plain
The flat
pretzel
ones?
chips. Yeah, the flat ones.
Yeah, I fuck with those. The buffalo ones are the ones
With
I
some
fuck
hummus.
Yeah,
I love
but
with. Yes,
But-
dude, I fucking love.
I'm
hummus.
considering dips in this debate, and I think it is an overall dub. Any sort of corn tortilla chip with a hint of lime seasoning on it.
Oh, the what's the big chip brand that does them?
Totino's?
Is it Totino's? Is it Totino's?
I mean, it's the big. I mean, that's like a major chip brand, but I think they do the you know.
I thought they did.
gabagool.
I thought they only did pizza rolls. Damn.
No, the chips.
Come on now. They're all the same.
I will say when it comes to tortilla chips, I think the on the border chips are better.
Those are
than
good.
Totino's, because I can eat those just straight.
I can take whatever corn tortilla chips as long as they have a hint
Scoops.
of lime
The
seasoning
scoops,
on it.
the Totino scoops,
are good. Yep.
Superior.
Anything
Superior.
to dip my chip, you know what I'm saying?
So what was your third one though?
That was my third.
Oh,
Lime, the lime
the
corn
Totino's.
tortillas. Yep.
Yeah. For my third,
And final.
I'm kind of torn between them because it's like these are all like my favorite Doritos flavors. So I'm gonna throw out honorable mention the Flamin' Hot Limon Doritos. Fire.
Okay, said that. Say it again.
And I'm gonna throw out the cool Flamin' Hot Cool Ranch. That's another honorable mention. Those are fire.
They're flaming.
But I'm gonna have to say Doritos Sweet and Spicy Chili. That's my third.
Solid.
That is solid. I was thinking that, but
I will fuck up a whole bag of those easily.
Cool. So let us know in the comments who won.
And if you guys haven't tried
your
Mike
favorite
Sells
chips
at all,
are.
Apparently they're on Amazon. If you're
I'm gonna try those. I'm gonna order those and try those for sure.
Dude, I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. I can assure you, you will not be disappointed. They're so good.
Rest assured.
Let's move on to this next draft so I can just wax you all on this one.
Sharpshooters. And
Can I go first?
Don't know that many.
You can go first.
I don't know.
Chase.
I know one, and I'm just gonna guess the rest.
I've got sharpshooters. Let me tell you.
I don't watch like a ton of animes that are like they have like guns and stuff. You know.
I already know Adrian Sharpshooter.
Is that guy from One Piece?
Yeah,
I already know,
Usopp.
but I can't think of his
Guy.
name.
Multiple. I don't even need to pick Usopp.
No, what's that one
You think
guy?
Usopp's
who's,
the greatest? You think Usopp's the greatest marksman in One Piece? All right. Chase, go first.
Are we doing this?
Yeah.
All right. Kenny Ackerman, Attack on Titan.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Are we doing sharpshooters? Or are we doing gunmen?
He can probably hit something from across the wall.
He's not a bad shot. He's not the most accurate, but he's also
he's
pretty
accurate.
fucking accurate.
He's accurate.
I mean, he was only
he's pretty.
He was
fucking
only going.
accurate.
He was going up against Levi the entire time. I mean, and Levi's probably one of the most agile, scouts, and he was still landing shots on Levi as he was moving, zipping through the.
He
town.
did smoke those two scouts that were with Levi too. They'd all popped up. He just fucking smoked them. That was Kenny that smoked him, right? Or am I thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go second, I guess. Van Augur from One Piece. And I can explain this to you guys if you want. Because first off,
he's like on the same scale as like Mihawk, but as a sharpshooter or something.
Yeah. First off, before the time skip, before he had his devil fruit, he was hitting shots miles.
Oh, I saw a video on this guy.
Miles far away on birds, dropping them one shot. While they're over the sea, while he's on the island.
We did see the video of this.
He
this
also
was last week. That's crazy.
He also, on top of being super fucking accurate with that long ass musket, he has the warp fruit, so he can teleport himself wherever he can see. As a sharpshooter, you can literally go anywhere. Look through your scope. Oh, I'm over here now. You're trying to find me from where I shot you? Oh, I just reset. Look for me again while I keep shooting everyone around you. He's one of the best sharpshooters I've ever seen. And he's a bad guy. He's not even a good guy. That guy's a dick. Go ahead, Gan.
Sorry, I'm doing some research.
You're doing some. It's spelled Van, normal. How you spell
Oh
Van?
no, I was doing research for the person I was gonna pick.
I thought you were looking up Van Augur. I was about to say.
I'm gonna do Archer from Fate Unlimited Blade Work.
I have to do research on that one.
He was cross mapping fools. Do I go again?
Yeah.
I didn't know this far ahead. Dash Stampede. Try again.
Oh yeah.
Done. Actually, it's okay. You guys.
I might have to explain this one because I'm trying to think outside of One Piece, and I can't really think of anyone. But I'm gonna say Gabby from Attack on Titan. Think back to the special. Think back to all of season 4.
She hits.
How
her
many
shots.
times did she miss it? She was on the back of a big bird titan with a 50 cal. First shot, didn't miss. All right. I'm not saying she's the greatest, but she's a fucking great shot.
I thought you were gonna say Sasha, and I was like, ugh.
No,
she took the shot.
No, she took the shot, but she's also was very accurate with bow and arrows. She was
accurate, yeah.
But she's bow and arrows. Gabby was taking heads off with fucking 50 cal snipers like it was no problem.
Don't think she missed the shot. That's honestly, it's a good pick. It's gonna be a hated pick. Nobody likes Gabby, but
oh, I fucking hate Gabby. Even though she had her little fucking redemption, a little, she's not that bad. She helped in the end. Fuck you. Fucking rest in piss, Gabby. I hope you fucking die. I hated her so much throughout that entire season.
Yeah, she was annoying.
She was just a little shit the entire time.
She did redeem herself. I do take points down, but she still is not my favorite character.
Yeah. Go ahead, Chase.
All right,
Dan's over there thinking.
Yeah. How many are we doing? 3?
We'd probably do 3 because I can't even think past.
Yeah. Okay. So these are my last 2 then.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go Usopp.
Okay.
I still think he's a formidable shooter.
Absolutely.
Of the shots.
Usopp's almost never missed a shot.
Almost. And no one's gonna get this. This is like an OG Halo Legends anime. I don't know if you guys watched the Halo Legends anime.
Halo had an anime?
It was like a collection of animated projects, and most of them were all anime. So it was like one episode where they did something, and then they did another episode in a different style. Kind of like how Star Wars Visions.
Yeah, I'll count it. I'll count it.
So, okay. This is my pick. But in one of the episodes, there was a Spartan named Cal-141 who was supposed to take out like a prophet of the Covenant from like thousands of kilometers away. It was like you couldn't even see where the landing zone was. It was just like you couldn't do it. She was the one who was supposed to take the shot. She ended up not taking the shot, but she was designated to be the person who takes the shot. I was going to pick the person who took the shot, but I'm going to pick the Spartan who is still probably much higher ranked, and that is Cal-141.
Nice. It's my turn, right? Yeah, it's my turn. One second. I'm just gonna have to top your one of the picks you made, Chase, and I'm gonna pick Yasopp, Usopp's father, who's quite literally a better marksman than. These are the only fucking marksmen I can think of, and these are people who have never missed a shot ever in their entire life. So that's it. I don't know any fucking other. I can't think of any. I was
like thinking like, is there a Bleach character that like shoots a gun?
No.
All the characters from the Zombie shows, and a lot of times it's melee weapons. Sometimes it's like
I just thought of one.
Depending on who it is. Bleach?
No, from a different
Hawkeye
anime.
from Full Metal Alchemist.
I already have my last one.
Pick your last one, because I swear to God, if it's what I thought, if it's what I just thought of, I'm gonna hate you.
It's
God, pick yours.
Alucard from Hellsing Ultimate.
I don't know.
You know who else? Adrian?
I've heard a little bit about. Yeah,
He's
it's
a
not
dog.
a bad pick. You know who I just thought of?
He uses pistols. I don't know if that really would count, but he said Kenny. So I was like, you know what?
It counts. It counts.
I was
Alucard is pretty much a sharpshooter with his pistols.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I had just thought of?
Yeah.
One of the teachers from My Hero, whose quirk was literally
Was she shooting
centered
Deku?
around that.
Where she was trying to shoot
He was
Deku
the one.
down?
No, he
What's
was the one that
instructor?
shot.
He's like the
he's the one that shot Shigaraki during the USJ
I was thinking,
Bro
incident.
didn't miss a
you
shot.
remember when Deku was like almost full powered with? And he's going
The
to the
one
city?
chick.
Yes, dude. I was thinking
Oh,
of
her
her name.
too. Oh
Yeah,
my
dude.
God.
She's dirty.
Yes. She used to work for the Hero Commission as like a... She used to be what Hawks is now.
Mm-hmm. But then she turned evil. Hawks is still
Yeah.
dope.
It was like Lady something.
Real quick, Joker probably from Persona 5.
Is that an anime though?
It's a game, but it's essentially an anime.
He said Halo, and then now he's saying
Halo Legends, but Persona 5 is notoriously like known for like being an anime also.
Are we saying anime or animated? Was Halo Legends an anime show?
Yeah.
It was the way he was saying it was saying he was saying it was made in.
I'm switching my last one to Bugs Bunny.
This is a picture of like the screenshot of the person. Here, hold on. Let me find a better picture.
When did you watch that one?
Like when I was a kid. Like that's her.
Now you really got me stuck on this
Who's
chick
your
from My
favorite character
Hero's
in that
name.
show, besides that guy?
Well, every episode was a different like story, you know.
Yeah, but you got your favorite character.
Well, Master Chief then is my favorite character.
Valid answer. Because from Star Wars Visions, mine's definitely what's his name? I think it's Funko Pop of him.
Go back.
It's the samurai from the first episode.
Go back. Yeah, he's hard. Like
it was Lady Nagant was the chick's name for My Hero.
That's right. You were right. Okay,
Lady
I
Nagant.
was her saying I don't think her first one is Lady because they already have a Lady.
Mount Lady. Yeah, it was Lady Nagant is the one that Deku went up against.
He was tough.
She was Tuffy Jones. She was fucking him. She was doing the business. You know, if she didn't get bloated it up, she probably could have been a good fucking. She would have been good to be on their side.
Yeah,
if you're a My Hero fan, you should know this, man. What? He doesn't even care about My Hero.
I don't.
That's sad.
Sorry.
Damn, but yeah, I could have said I didn't think of that chick. I thought of the teacher too late. I was trying to think of like all the animes I've watched who could do like sharpshooting.
I can't think of any anime. Something with like Sword Art Online maybe, but I never got super into that show. Fuck. I just like I've watched so many animes, but it's like I don't remember any that had guns in it.
Yeah, well, that was actually a tough one to think of.
From Fate is not a gunman. He's a sharpshooter with a bow.
And it still counts.
It counts.
Sharpshooter. I mean, honestly, the whole gimmick with a Persona, like all the Persona games, is like you shoot yourself in the head and it awakens your Persona to attack. It's so cool. Honestly,
so the whole point of the game is you blow your brains out and then you go through the last moments that your brain plays out as it dies.
But you do it multiple times in a fight so you don't die. It's
you
not
think
even
you
like
kill me.
It's not like a gun. It's like a pressurized like air cannon. I think is what I think it is. But it's in the shape of a gun, and everybody, the whole like every cutscene, every time somebody puts it up to their head, it's like they're gonna kill themselves. But that's how you fight in the game. It's so cool. But you can also fight with swords and shit, and like bow and arrow.
You want to fight me? I'll fucking do it. Do it right now.
It's honestly super cool. Honestly, look up some of the personas. Like it's. I'm gonna show you.
You said you're gonna kill me. You said you're gonna kill me. Fucking do it! I dare you.
If you pull up clips, you can pull up Archer from Fate.
Clubs.
That rum and Sunny D combos actually not bad.
Well, of course,
it's really good.
Fucking personas. Okay, let me share my screen.
I love this glass too. Oh, again, do you remember this glass?
Hmm?
I still have it.
Oh, dude!
Look at it.
I never even bought this. This was just my roommate's, and I kept it.
Like all these characters have like specific personas to who they are, but your character has the ability to have multiple different personas.
So it just feels like it's telling you, hey, if you blow your brains out, you can have a new persona.
I wonder if it'll
someone different.
You let your schizophrenia get the best of you, blow your brains out, and then you get a new power.
I wonder if it'll like show it. Try and find like a screenshot. But like, yeah, you essentially just like blow your head off, and then this summons behind you. It's pretty cool. Sorry, sidestep.
That's cool. Adrian, do you mind looking up Archer from?
Oh,
Fate?
sorry. I could have, but
it's fine.
I forgot.
Do you have anything you want me to pull up? Just a picture or a scene?
I forget what the exact scene would be called, but he's in the city, so it'd be Unlimited Blade Works. Archer. Hopefully, he doesn't give up his identity.
Let's see. I've got Fate, Stay Night, Heaven's Field 2, Archer's Epic Row. Looks like it might be from a game.
Bob's Burgers.
What was the other thing you said again?
Alucard?
No, the other thing you said about Archer.
Like, what do you mean? Like his identity? Because he's not technically. Well, I don't want to ruin it for people because it was such a great series. But he's not. I'm going to explain it. I'm about to nerd up. All right, I'm about to pull an Adrian from One Piece. Okay, so in the first two Fate series, there are 5, I think, classes. There's a Berserker. There's a Knight, or I think it might be Swordsman. Oh, I'm throwing balloons up because I'm using my finger. And there's a Knight, Berserker, Wizard, Archer, Lancer, 5. And he was technically the Archer, but he's from the future because the rest of them it's cool because it's like other ones have like Gilgamesh, Hercules, Alexander the Great.
Archer, it's on my list of things to watch, of animes to
Archer's from the future. So he's like a hero that hasn't technically happened yet. And his classing's kind of off because he's got a power to make weapons. He chooses Archer as like a cover for who his actual identity is. And that's all I'm going to say because just check it out.
Yeah.
But the part I'm talking about is he's literally. So there's like essentially like a what I imagine is probably Tokyo with this. I'm pretty sure it takes place in Japan, and he's like kind of like how the van guy you're talking about.
Van
Similar
Auger
kind of scenario where like he's on the other side of the map with a bow, right?
Just and then there's these straight,
other people fighting
fools.
Yeah, the other people, because what they're trying to get is the Holy Grail. They have these battles come together, and they have wizards that have relics, and the 5 classes I was talking about before, they have relics of old, right? That they're able to summon these heroes of old, these wizards, right? So, like Alexander the Great. Well, that's a bad example because I don't remember his relic. King Arthur, right? Find the sheath of the Excalibur, is then able to use this relic to summon Alexander the Great to fight in the Holy Grail War, is what they call them, or Holy Grail Battle. And the last sorcerer standing gets the Holy Grail, and then has any wish that they ever wanted granted. Archer's on the other side of the entire map. Then there's 2 people fighting. Next thing you know, arrows are flying in. Where's this coming from? Oh, the Archer. Which is crazy also because, like I said, he's not even technically an Archer. And that's all I'm going to say. Done now. That's it. He's amazing.
Okay. I'm gonna nerd out a bit because you did mention Van Auger, and I did pull up the video from the episode. I don't know how much of this will show his
Wilbur fruit. I saw the video.
Potential, I want to say, but so this episode in this clip I'm going to show because I have it pulled up. It wasn't actually. It was in the manga, but it wasn't in the manga, and it was a cover story because I don't know. I haven't read much mangas, to be honest, so I don't know if other mangas do this, where manga, whatever, fucking I don't care, manga, tomato, whatever. I don't know if other mangas do this.
Says tomato.
I don't know if other mangas do this, where they'll do a series of like the cover of the manga telling a story, like the cover for this chapter tells one point, and then the next chapter, the cover is another point in that story. It's just a cover story. It's just the cover is telling a story. This was part of a cover story of what's going on in the world, like what's going on with one of the major bad guys and his crew, what they're doing. And so everything in the episode didn't actually happen. It was just kind of like, we're going to take this cover story and make something that like seems plausible that would happen with the situation. So it's a little unrealistic, but in the scene you'll see Van Auger taking on somebody from one of the former Emperor's crews. His name is Cracker because
whoa.
All right, for reference, it's Big Mom's crew, and Big Mom's crew, like her sweet like she's a fat fuck. She loves food. Her territory
racist, now we're being fat phobic.
No, her territory is called Whole Cake Island. Her sweet generals are like Cracker, Katakuri, who has the mochi fruit. Like it's all like everything about her crew is centered around food. So this guy Cracker that Van Auger goes up against gave Luffy, the main character, like four is generous, like 8 to 10 episodes of just straight like, oh shit, this is a real fucking fight. Like he made Luffy fight like for real. Let me just pull up this video.
No.
He's up.
Wiping Cracker. That guy is a former Navy admiral, though. The one with
you are
ice
just
powers.
Putting a lot of emphasis on this R.
Does he have the ice fruit?
That's what his powers are, is ice. But it's a Logia type, so it's not just he has the powers
Lugia?
of ice. Like his
Lugia.
I love his Lugia.
If you shoot at him, it doesn't do damage because he is ice, essentially. That's a whole different thing with devil fruits in One Piece. There's 3 different categories.
Ice House baby.
That's a whole nother thing. I'll have to teach you on off podcast.
But yeah,
that's Van Auger. Van Auger, you'll see people, I don't know if you've seen it in any anime or read it in any manga. When a lot of people fight, there's always a lot of emphasis on the emotional aspect of like think about Tanjiro fighting. Always screaming, always emotional, always this or that. With Van Auger, it's always just always cool, collected. You don't see this man raise his voice. You don't see him scared. He's ready for action 24/7. Even when he's completely overpowered in the situation where he's, no matter what he does, he will get his ass waxed. Ready for it.
Julius Novachrono.
Like that, but in the sniper version.
Sniper Wizard of Time.
No sniping.
Sniper Wizard of Time. I'll be good.
Here's a question for you guys, because I've been thinking about a lot about like wizard shit, specifically like after Baldur's Gate, thinking about just kind of like
Shadow Wizard
Money Gang.
Man, I messed it up too.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang.
I said
we
Shadow
love
Wizard.
casting spells.
And I messed up the second part.
But like I've thought about like, because like, you guys remember how I had that whole fucking space webcomic that I'm
still do.
I'm thinking of taking the characters from that and taking it to a different story that I'd rather write, because like I think the whole space aspect, I only got excited because I liked Starfield, and we were on that Starfield hype for a bit. But like, I don't know, I like wizard shit. But like, if you guys did have magical abilities, what would be like the main type of magic you would use? Would you use hydromancy or like pyromancy, electromancy? Like, what would your go-to magic be?
I mean, it's gonna sound dumb, but I'd probably just be a healer. I'd be like the wizard that would come into town and heal the sick and the needy.
Roll back when I said healing for like 2 years ago. We're talking about superpowers. You remember that? Like 2 years ago?
I do remember that,
yeah.
We made a TikTok.
Well, Chase, you say healing. What about you, Gan?
If you want to take healing, Gan, you can have it. I'll be a lightning wizard.
Bro, you know who I am. Essentially, go back to the superpower dispute where we all had superpowers. I'd like to be able to move through that manipulation. I was gonna say, or honestly, no, it's messed up and it's like forbidden magic, but necromancy is cool.
I do like the shadow magic. That's cool.
Yeah, like you can do whatever you want with either of those, Adrian. If you're like, well, you know what, we'll have, because I don't know. I feel like necromancy has a very negative stigma to it with reason. You know, it's like dead people, but it's cool. It's sweet to me. Necromancy to me is like an interesting.
It is interesting.
The rest of them is like you're taking nothing and then exerting energy into making something. This is like you take things that have happened already and then re-illustrate it, reanimate.
Well, I wouldn't say that exactly, because I mean, if you think of magic in a different aspect of repurposing energy and translating that into a different form of energy. But yeah, necromancy's cool. I mean, in my past, like nerdy D&D type activities, I've always liked, for some reason, like electromancy or like cryomancy, like electricity
Ice.
or ice. But I feel like gravimancy, like gravity magic. I feel like that's like, because I just feel like you can, when you think a little further with it, you can apply that in so many different ways. Like you can basically turn gravity magic into a telekinesis, sort of. Changing the direction in which gravity moves and how much gravity is asserted in a certain direction. You can see, you got to get nerdy with it.
I was gonna say like Radon. Like Radon stopped the stars in the sky, you know, and was able to still do that while he was like affected by the Scarlet Rot.
Yeah, because I feel like
Elden Ring shit.
In a world of magic,
Elden Ring's so good.
If just in a world of magic, if you repurposed gravity and like really thought about it, you could really do some fucking like.
There's so many things.
You can do so much with it. Like, even if adapting different mediums of where any type of gravity is used. Like, I don't want to keep dipping into One Piece to use as an example, but there's somebody, an admiral in One Piece, who has a devil fruit based around gravity, and this motherfucker just will pull meteors out of space and drop a fucking like
we're done
fucking castle-sized meteor on you, like that type of shit. Like, how do you combat that? Like, how do you combat somebody just pulling fucking meteors down at will?
There's a person in JJK eventually who has gravity cursed energy, and it goes.
I don't know who that is. Is that in the manga? Is that more in the manga?
It's in the manga.
Has it been animated
appeared
yet?
in the anime, but
I'm gonna have
you won't see it until the manga.
I'll finish this newest season of the anime, and then I'll jump in from the manga from that point.
It's so good. This is like the perfect time too, because the calling game is like there's only 2 more like arcs left in JJK, but the calling game is super long.
See, I don't know much about the culling games, but just the name of it sounds really fucking cool. Like, culling games. Like, that just sounds like some shit's going on.
Oh, it's
like some
crazy.
Shit's going on.
It's like the Hunger Games, but calling.
Like, if you take calling and Hunger Games, you get DoorDash.
This is sponsored by...
Say I'm wrong, Adrian. You call for the Hunger DoorDash.
I actually didn't get it until he explained.
That's funny. That's funny. I can't argue against that. Fuck.
The bar.
DoorDash. We are the calling games.
We have the meats.
But, yeah, if you're... Any of those works for me. Or Summoner. I like a lot of Summoner classes. I like to have a buddy out there.
Mm-hmm.
What if I could get Helldivers too?
Me too.
I've seen the guard dog. You guys seen that?
I've seen people get ripped apart in this game. There's guard dogs.
So no, well, it's this little like floating robot that people can summon down. It's called the guard dog, and it shoots out laser beams, and it watches your back. And I saw where this guy was fighting automatons, and like he's over here shooting, and he looks over at his guard dog. His guard dog's literally just blasting through these automatons. Like they were just running through it, and like you've seen how in that game parts, I forget what they called it, but like where parts fly off when you shoot them.
Dismemberment.
Yes, and like this robot, this little bird-looking robot was just blasting through these things. Like the parts were flying off, blowing up. It was amazing. Like,
man,
it's like Crypto, the super dog.
Let us join.
I
saw a video earlier. I guess they have like different like level scaling for levels. Like some levels would just be like hard levels, and these people had a level 1 person on their team, and he spawned in as everyone had died, so he was the only one left. And they're like, "Oh, you just got to survive for a minute and 45 seconds or whatever." And he immediately just threw a grenade at his legs, blew himself up, legs at the knees, severed, still standing, body on the floor, arms dismembered, just off to the side, head also dismembered, rolled off.
That's so good.
Too bad. Us Xboxers.
It reminds me of which Call of Duty?
I've seen a lot of PC
World at War?
and I've seen a lot of PC and PS5 guys were like, just let them have it.
No, I mean it's like honestly, it's because Xbox announced that they're giving PlayStation access to some of their exclusive stuff, and then PlayStation.
But like
PlayStation
the exclusives that they're giving are like Skull and Bones.
Yeah,
and it's like
the
games that legitimately most Xbox players do not even really.
Well, no, they're also eventually getting I think Halo Infinite, like the newest Halo, and other stuff. But as of right now, they're just getting like Grounded and Sea of Thieves and
those aren't even games. The first list I saw of games they were porting over to PS5 were like, it was like a list of like 5 or 6 games I've never heard of ever. Like I didn't even know these were Xbox exclusive games. I thought these were just like, I didn't think, I saw them, I was like, what the fuck are these?
Give them Power World.
These are the games Xbox is sending over.
Give them Power World. Because I was like, Xbox,
Power World's not on PS5 yet?
No. And the creators
for them.
have no, like, what they've said is like they have no intention of doing that. Trade them. I don't even care anymore. Power World crashes way too much for me to like fully enjoy it. Trade them. I want Helldivers. I want Helldivers too.
I think what Sony and Microsoft should do is that they should start for a year or two a system of every month, every couple months. Here, we'll let you guys have this big name PlayStation exclusive, and Microsoft be like, take this big Microsoft Xbox exclusive, and keep doing that until we create a fucking pattern and model of video gaming where it doesn't fucking matter what system you're on, and every game could be on every system. Because it's
so how would that work though? Every couple months, I feel like with games, though, they would have to have these servers open constantly for, even if it is cross-play, you still would have to have servers that are interconnecting like that.
You would also... Oh, sorry. You would also have to make the game playable on Xbox. If a game is made specifically for PlayStation, you're essentially having to remake the entire game.
That's why I'm saying, like, it's a system of not just like...
I love what
saying,
I love
like,
what
these
you're going
are...
with it. Trust me. Like, yeah. I would love that. That'd be... Every couple months, like, switch off, like, hey, you guys can have Halo Reach, and then we'll get Spider-Man 1.
Like, as a gamer, honestly, it, like, saying this, I would rather it be a system of, like, hey, we are collectively deciding we're going to take a year and a half to port these games over to the other side, and then once those are ready, every, like, month or two, we'll just kind of swap exclusives, or not like closing them out for the system, but like, hey, you guys can now play this, and now you guys can now play this, until we create a fucking harmony of, like, voting. It doesn't matter what system you have, like
voting system,
like how Call of Duty does it. Like, it doesn't fucking matter if you're on Xbox, PlayStation, or shit. Like,
well, like it's that. About to, because Call of Duty
that should be the core
of Microsoft.
That should be the core of gaming. Like, that should have always been the core of gaming. Like, I like
community based.
Like, yeah, I like the nostalgia of, you know, there was games that, like, these were just the best GameCube games. These were the best Wii games. These were the best PS2. Like, you had to have had a PS2 to play this. Like, I like that because that's what I grew up on. I grew up on PlayStation all my life.
But what I've noticed is, like, it's changed since that. Like, you can
because of online play.
Back then, you could legit get, like, this game for GameCube, but you can also get it for the PS2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't like this whole weird, like, this is my exclusive game. And I know Halo's done that since the beginning, but it's like, why do that when we have now social media and all these different organizations and conglomerates that are all working, but strangely not together, when ultimately gamers, we love to just play with, at the end of the day, like, I always feel the most fun when I'm playing with y'all. Like, where we're all on the same game, we're just, like, fighting for our lives. That's one reason I was just playing Chivalry today, Chivalry 2, and it's just like, it's a random hack 'em slash 'em game. There's not really a whole point to it. You're just going through and just fighting armies. But I remember, like, back when we were all playing it, it's just like, that's what it is. It's like, I could look over, I see Chase, he's over there fighting off somebody. I come over, I'm like, you know what? No, dude, you're done. Don't fight my homie. Yeah. You're done. That's the kind of stuff, you know, LAN parties, these kind of things back in the day were just so much more entertaining than this constant just mediocrity that they keep throwing at us.
I mean, it just comes down to, it's their competitor, you know, it comes down to profits at the end of the day, and it's just like, oh, we want to hold this, we think it's going to do really good, and we'll have it exclusively on our platform.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, because two of the biggest games right now, honestly, they've been out this year, are Power World, Helldivers 2, which aren't even, like, major companies within this thing. But they're like, you know what? They'll dig it. They're like, we're going to throw this out there, and they're going to dig it. And wish we do. Intertwine it, you know? Let the PS5 guys have Power World. Helldivers 2. I want to fight for democracy. I want to go to Malevino Creek. I want to experience this compared to being a civilian. I'll be in there.
It's the way I think about it is, when you think about just like the way we grew up with gaming, the history of gaming, there was that there was that nostalgic era of gaming where there was no online play. So when you bought a game, it was either you're playing by yourself or you're playing with friends. And there was a large saturation of games at a very good price at the time, to where, like, you can buy like fucking 10 games and you can play those 10 games for a fucking year and still not probably beat most of them.
It's crazy when I gotta think about my financial situation if I want to get a new game.
Yeah. And
it's like,
now
we're gonna break the bank if I want to have fun.
Yeah, now we're in the era of online gaming is like the biggest part of gaming, but at the same time, gaming itself hasn't adapted to allow for every game to be on that same model. So you do have games like Call of Duty and Fortnite where it doesn't matter what system you're on, you can play with people on other system. But there's also still the games like Helldivers and Power World. There's still Gears of War. There's still Spider-Man. There's still God of War. There's still Halo, where it's just these games, for the most part, either have these big appeal or online play where everybody wants to play it, but it's locked down to a certain system. This certain system cost a grip and a half. Also, this game cost 30-40% of what the system itself cost. So now we're in this just whole purgatory, like, we're in this like purgatory like state where it's, you got to drop a shit ton of money to be able to play the games that sound appealing to you, or you have to settle for
free with
what is
microtransactions
accessible
out
to you.
the wazoo.
Yeah.
You know what? Sorry, Case, on this next part. But Adrian, remember when we had Jump Force and everyone came over and we would just take turns on Jump Force?
Up in the EM shop? I remember that.
Well, I'm also talking about like back at the apartment. Remember when I would hook up?
Oh yeah, at the apartment too.
I hook up the PS4 to the living room TV, and there's like 8 of us in there. And if you won, you kept controller. If not, you just passed it off. That kind of camaraderie, I feel like nowadays with
that era of gaming is honestly truly, I don't want to say truly, but it's 95% dead. You don't see much couch co-op games. You don't see much couch party type games. You'll see that with like Nintendo. Nintendo's kept that
except for Mario
up a little bit.
Right, Chase?
I just had a Mario party.
Yeah, Chase, you just did that the other day. So like Nintendo has that, but then you also think about Nintendo. Like, I grew up on PlayStation. We also had a Nintendo 64. My brother also had a 64 emulator on his laptop that we would connect to the TV and play with PlayStation controllers. But growing up, I didn't have that access to Super Bros. Like, and at the time, that was really just, it was fine. Okay, I don't have access to Super Smash Bros. My next door neighbor's got a GameCube and a Wii. Cool, I'll get my fix then. But now we're in this era of gaming where everything's more online. Everybody's sitting alone in their apartment or in their house or their room or whatever. Like, if you want to experience Nintendo games, if you want to experience Sony games, you have to spend a grip and a half to get these systems, spend another grip to get these games. And then, for the most part, because everything's really online, you're enjoying these types of games by yourself. Like, I have Super Smash Bros., Super Mario Party, all that on my Switch. I play Super Smash Bros. By myself. I play all those other games either with Sarah or by myself.
Friday. I'll have it Friday. Let's link up.
Like, truly the era of gaming that you're talking about with, like, getting 8 people in a room and passing the controller around, that's dead. Now, if you want to do that, you get 8 people in a party and you got to fight, and then when that person loses, you got to invite the other person into that match, and then it's just...
It's not as fluent. Like,
gaming is... Keep on. What were you saying?
Get a 30 rack of Coors Light, right? That silver bowl.
Yeah.
Put in the corner.
Just chill.
And it's like we're all talking about, at the time, I think it was the casino. We went to the casino that same night.
Yeah.
Different times. But it's, at the end of the day, it was like, I always think about that. Also, side note, Jump Force isn't on Xbox.
The servers are closed for Jump Force. They've been closed for over a year.
Bang, bang, bang. Reload. Bang, bang, bang. That was a great fighting game.
Because I have it on my Switch, and I remember opening it one day, and they're like, yeah, the servers are closing this day.
Which... It goes back to who was saying that? Some corporate agency was saying that, where they're like, hey, if you buy a game, what were you saying? I think Chase was talking about this, where it's like, if you buy a game...
Don't buy a game... Yeah, don't expect it. Don't expect to own the rights to that game. Or
yeah, I've seen stuff about that.
And that just makes total sense with games like that. Jump Force came out, what, 2018? We were
back like 2016.
Deployment. We were back from deployment. 2016 was deployment. 2017.
I think it was 2017, because didn't we all gather
2017
in the EM shop and play that the night before we left for deployment? I remember I was on the phone on the smoke deck, then got off the phone, went to the EM shop.
You know what?
You guys were all in there.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
But that's sad. Okay, which game? We're all spieling on this. This has been like, what, 30 minutes? Game companies should look at this. That is an epidemic.
They're out of touch.
That is a full epidemic. A game the game server only being open for like 5 years.
Well, it's an issue with like
7
always
years.
Online games. Like it always has to be online. That's bad. Like if a game is like that because then if they decide to shut down the servers, the game is unplayable. You can't play it.
Yeah. I think you take that issue, add it with the issue of, and this certain issue I'm about to say extends way beyond gaming. But we are in the era of corporate people giving fans the type of things they want, but not having any type of thought to actually make that thing enjoyable. Like we just talked about Madam Web. They will give us these comic book movies, but they don't give a shit about the quality of that movie. They just give a shit about giving us what they want to get the money.
And she was blind. Madam Web in the old cartoon show and in the comics was paraplegic and blind.
Well, see,
not a
don't
fully
even get me started
active...
about Madam Web, because from what I've heard from the reviews is that she does get blinded towards the end. This is just a whole build up to her becoming Madam Web. She gets blinded and then is in a wheelchair. Think about that. She didn't get paralyzed. She got blinded and then was in a wheelchair. She's not paralyzed.
That makes
She's
Daredevil look so OP. Daredevil is now the most OP. He's blind, no wheelchair. He said, "No, I'm good." He said, "I'm blind.
Shit.
I'm gonna beat him up."
What was I gonna say? But yeah. Like when you think about Madam Web, when you think about games that are just they go under expectations, like I know I talked about this last episode or whatever, that fucking Lord of the Rings Gollum game. Like we're in the era where these corporate heads are looking at numbers and stocks, and they're telling themselves, we're gonna make this game so we can make this amount of money for these stocks, or this or that or whatever. Like barely anything is coming out that's really truly enjoyable, because it's all about the dollar sign. We're getting movies like Madam Web, we're getting games like Gollum, we're getting movies like Morbius, we're getting games that come out pre-release then never release. Like, what was it, Valheim? Has that even released yet?
Well, Valheim, it's from an indie dev, so there was no corporate backing to it, but it was like, I saw a video about it. We can talk about it another time.
Sure,
it is the whole thing.
It was.
It's a cool game, and then they saw like, people had fun immediately with the game. So I heard something. They were just like, if people just enjoy the game how it is right now, then why do we need to keep updating it?
Yeah.
So
I guess.
I mean, it absolutely needs updates.
Yeah,
because it's. I mean, I haven't played it. I haven't touched it in a while, but yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, it's all about when it comes to these industries, it's all about the money. I mean, as a fan, you can only
look at Star Wars.
You can only enjoy so much. You can only
Fallen Orders
consume so much until you reach that point where it's just like, what is the point? What is the point of me buying this $60, $70 game if the people making the game don't give a shit? Why am I spending another $70 when this Madden 24 has the same issues from Madden 18 that we've wanted change, and you're just not listening? Because it's all about the money. Because they know
People are going to buy it.
Because when you look into things like Madden and NBA, it's starting to become monopolized. When it comes to first-person shooters, you think COD. When it comes to football, you think Madden. When it comes to basketball, you think NBA 2K. And those are the only games where you get the quality that is playable and enjoyable, but you don't actually get that enjoyable quality.
I think
There's
NBA
always some shit that makes it. Oh, NBA.
Try and bring it back.
I have my PlayStation 2 emulator on my computer. I was playing it like a couple months ago. Street 2.
Street 2 is almost
fantastic.
Good game.
Goated.
It's sad.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
sorry.
No,
we're at an hour 45, guys.
Yeah.
When
it comes to games for serious, we got a rant.
I mean, it's a rant for sure, but I feel like we need to call it.
Do something like
we're gonna say
find all of our shows on all streaming platforms. I'm talking Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and honestly, so much more that we found out a couple episodes back is like we're on everything. So if
we're on everything.
Have some kind of podcast station you tune into, we're probably there.
Somehow we're there.
Yeah.
Catch us on Sirius XM.
Well, I don't think we can. Yeah, I don't think we can do that. Actually,
it's a radio station. We're not quite radio yet.
I feel like you need a thing. I think you need to get sponsored to be on there.
We're gonna take over Dave Ramsey's time slot eventually. Look forward to that.
I hope so. He pisses me off, dude. That old motherfucker. God, out of touch. Why don't you just buy a car or buy a house with, the 5 acorns that I bought my house for? It's because you're going out and buying lattes every day. Alright, sorry, Dave. I'm fucking dying over here.
That's a whole nother thing.
Enjoy myself.
That's just a whole nother thing. I hate people who... I don't want to rant about this, but I hate people like that because it's like, when you say that, I want you to immediately after you say that, show me a house for that price.
Yeah.
Can't find one? That's the fucking problem.
It's like, oh, you don't... it's like, you look at a house that's like $400,000, and it's like, you need to have $200,000 to afford that house, effectively. And then they're just like, yeah, I mean, with inflation, I'm sure you're getting paid, $300,000. No, brother. We're still getting paid fucking $400,000.
Inflation should be for
$40,000.
Inflation should be for two things. Any balloon type thing and penis pumps. That's the only time we need inflation.
BBLs?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can find us also on Patreon for $3 a month.
Only $3, baby.
And it's strictly for charity at this point, in the sense of like, I mean, I won't say charity, but like donation. Like, we're just having a good time, realistically.
If you like us and you want to support the podcast, just drop us some cash. You can find all of our content. We're not locking anything behind a paywall anymore.
Yeah. Support our Funko Pop addictions.
And our trip to Australia eventually.
I'll go. But I'm going to destroy the projector or any kind of device that's going to be putting Love Island on. I'll go. You know what? Australia, on my bucket list, I'll go. But, and then with the homies would be sweet. But I'm not going to be watching Love Island while I'm there.
There we go.
I'm sorry. That's a failed dream because I will never step foot in Australia. I'm sorry. You'll be one homie down. I will never. I don't.
Scaredy.
Too many. I have arachnophobia. Fuck you.
You think we're just going to the outback? We're just going to be out there just fucking wrestling kangaroos?
Wrestling kangaroos and getting chlamydia from koalas.
Getting chlamydia from
fucking koala. Do you have anything to add, though, Chase?
No, I just honestly wanted to say thank everybody. And, it's great to see people still out there supporting us and, still growing and loving all the feedback and everything. So.
Nice. All right. Before I close this out, I will just say...
Did you have anything? You winked at me. No. Oh, okay.
I'll keep it short and sweet. If you guys out there, I'll give you guys some motivational shit. If you feel like you have your mindset on something and you can't do it, that's a lie you're telling yourself, and you can do it.
It's the rum talking. Let's go.
Perseverance will always stand above failure. Actually, that rum wasn't that strong. I'm just a little tipsy. Woo! Always stick to what you put your mind to, because you will accomplish it, even if it takes longer.
That was kind of a bar. It was kind of a bar.
What?
Rewind.
Perseverance will always stand above failure?
Yo. Hey.
That's a bar.
New idea. Thank you.
And on that note, thank you guys for tuning in for yet another episode of the Something Original Podcast. My name is Adrian.
And I'm Chase.
And I was and will always be Gannon.
Peace.